In order to get started with animation inside of Blender, what you need to do is keyframe objects. So to keyframe objects, you can see that I have a default object on my interface right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and then add in an animation. So to add in a keyframe, I'm just going to pull this up right here so I can see my timeline at the bottom. So let's say I want to move this object from here to here. So what I can do is I can press I on my keyboard, and then here we can choose what to add in keyframe in. So I'm going to say location, rotation, and scale. So once I do that, you can see that on the first frame, a keyframe is added. Let's say around 60 frames right here. I want this to be in a different location. Let's say I want this to be in this location right here. And maybe I want to rotate this out a bit, and maybe I want to expand its size. So now in this keyframe area, what happens is that the location and size of this area is recorded, while in 60 I want to keep this right here. So I'm going to press I on my keyboard again, and then I'm going to click on location, rotation, and scale. So once I do that, the keyframe has been added in the 60-second range. So if I were to click over here, you can see that I go on to the previous state, but around in 60 frames, you can see that I'm in this area. So if I were to scrub through, you can see that the in-between animation is there. So if I were to play this around, you can see that this is what happens. So I can go around in the beginning and then play it around. And that is how the animation works. Regarding the frame, depending on the settings, the frames might be like 25 frames per second, 24 frames per second, or for smoother playback, it can be 60 frames a second as well. So what we usually do is we count it in frames, just like this. And this is how you add in keyframes. Let's say you want a different state in between. You can go around and change this around. Let's say, for example, I change this around right here. I can rescale this. I can rotate this around right here, rotate this around over here as well. What I can do is I can press I and click on rotate, location, rotation, and scale. So if I were to play this, you can see that this is what happens. Now I got another state right here, another state right here, another state right here. Similarly, you go over here and then you rotate this around just like this. Press I on the keyboard, location, rotation, and scale, and there you go. There's another state. I can play this around, and you can see that the animation happens just like this. And that is how you can work around with keyframing objects inside of Blender. So hope you guys learned something as always. And as always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.